So I don't think that I have been really able to capture my weight loss journey. And I don't think anyone ever talks about how fearful you are of losing weight because you don't know who you're going to be afterwards. I grew up kind of thinking like, you know, I've always had, people in my family who were, overweight, obese, diabetic, high blood pressure, all the things. And I really just thought that that was normal. Like, I just thought at a certain age that that's just what happens. You have blood pressure medication that you have to take now. And I never really thought about, the revolutionary idea of just changing your lifestyle. Changing your lifestyle is hard. And it's so hard where when you go, you have to learn how to live in the same environment that made you sick. I cannot tell you enough. Like, that's hard, okay? And having seen family pass away because of sickness and illness, I just thought it was the regular way of life, okay? Until I decided to change my life. And people will always say stuff like, oh, you don't need to do that. You're fine the way you are. You're beautiful. And you are. However, sometimes you need to change your lifestyle. Okay. I had to start off by small baby steps. So the first thing that I did was I stopped cooking with lard. Okay. The first thing that I did was I stopped cooking with heavy seasoning and grease. I don't fry my food. If I'll go out and get French fries if I want French fries, but I don't fry at home. I have not fried anything in a while. Or maybe I'll do a light fry, like not a deep fry. Okay, and you know a deep fry. Y'all know what a deep fry is. And I started eating HelloFresh. I'm going to show you another video, like what my HelloFresh meals look like. But to lose 32 pounds over the course of like 4 months, it was not easy. Like, don't allow anyone to make you think that it is easy. It is not easy, okay? It is stressful. It's stressful. It was stressful for me because I was like, I don't know another life. I grew up this way, and this is what I know. And then over time, I started to gradually change. And so with me gradually changing, I decided to start trying things like ghee. Ghee is good for your reproductive system, but it's also very high in fat, so I had to get rid of that. Then I moved to olive oil. Did that. And then after moving to olive oil, I started picking dishes that were high in protein, low in calories. Okay. And then I worked out a little bit, a little bit a day. And there are days I didn't go to the gym. I just didn't. I couldn't make it. I was too busy. Life is living. And then after I did that, I started eating things that I would never really eat, like cottage cheese. Low calorie, good for protein. That changed my biochemical makeup. Like, one of the things, and this is women's health, one of the things that I noticed was with me losing the weight and eating different foods, like, so I would have a protein shake in the morning, or I would have a boiled egg with turkey bacon, or I would have cottage cheese, and I would eat 4 times a day. In the morning, I would have protein shake. For lunch, I would have either a salad in cottage cheese or just cottage cheese or protein shake. For snack, I have a protein shake or cottage cheese or just something small. Okay. Or for lunch, I'll do Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A has grilled nuggets, and I'll do kale and a diet lemonade. That's kind of, the flow. And then for dinner, I would have whatever my HelloFresh meal was. That was like 560 calories to 600, maybe 700, but I'm on a 1300 calorie diet. So it wasn't just working out, it was also changing what I eat, which means that I had to substitute sugar. So I couldn't have like the white sugar anymore. I had to have monk fruit as well because my A1Cs were elevated. And so when you're dieting, you take baby steps. And whatever you like, if you want to do GLP-1, a lot of people that take GLP-1, if you want to do GLP-1, that's your business. Okay, you don't have to tell anyone that's your business, because people have polarizing perspectives on GLP-1. Personally, I've taken GLP-1, and that's how I have been able to, scale down. I saw it as a benefit. I don't really have a whole bunch of side effects. I eat small meals. So it just is what it is. It works for me. And you have to do what works for you. I first did it because I was like, I prayed and I said, God, listen, I want to lose weight. That's what my heart's desire is. But even in losing the weight, I was scared because I didn't know who I was going to become. And I didn't know if I was going to what if I don't like my body? And I was like, hell, I don't like my body now. I need to do something about it. I need to change it. I mean, love me, but I need to tone. I need to walk. I need to become more active. And so as I took GLP-1, I noticed obviously the weight starts to come off because you don't have as much food noise and you're full longer and you eat less. But also I learned that for me, I guess like your body loves to, use the stored fat in your body for energy. I had so much energy, like out of this world. And I was like, oh, this is new, So I have really enjoyed the process, but I've also accepted the fact that my friends may not understand why I'm not eating this food anymore. Like, I'll still have my hot wings, but I don't have them every day. I may have them once every couple weeks or once every few weeks. I still eat crabs. That's protein. I eat that. I mean, I can eat maybe 5 crabs. Sometimes I get to 6. Depends on what I eat during the day. And I also have to learn how to plan my meals. Like when I want a heavier meal, I don't eat as heavy throughout the day. So let's say I do want to do fried chicken, or if I want a donut, right? I will plan for that donut. I will plan for that fried chicken so that I am not overeating. And that's a really big game changer, to have to actually plan your meals. We see that with a lot of athletes. They plan their meals. We envy the body that a lot of entertainers have, but we are unwilling to actually change how we live in our lifestyle. So I'm telling you this so that you can become inspired and you understand that weight loss is not easy for anybody. And just take the small baby steps, right? Just take the small baby steps, be patient with yourself, and you will eventually, grab a hold of this new person. And we'll talk more about this later. But outside of that, have a great day.